When was the last time you genuinely did something that excited you? When was the last time you did something new and out of your routine that made you feel this sense of thrill? Really ask yourself, when was the last time? Everyone feels nostalgic about the past. I think we can agree about that. The past seems like this great, simple period when everything in life was like colorful, right? Everything was so stimulating and everything was great, Me and my friends, specifically Ping Fong, were hypothesizing that life seems so colorful and stimulating and generally good because we were trying new things all the time. For example, we were meeting new classmates, we were socializing almost for the first time in our lives, and we were just trying new subjects in school. We were learning, English and Chinese and humanities, history, and all these new subjects. They're like, wow, there's so much in this world to learn. Essentially, simply living was considered, quote unquote, trying new things. And that's why I think life seems so stimulating at the time and so colorful, right? Nowadays, in the lives we live, it's pretty much the same thing, right? To me, the last time I did something genuinely stimulating and genuinely exciting that like brought this feeling in my chest and my stomach, like this excitement, was when I started working out, right? This is something completely new to me. I'd never worked out ever, and just genuinely just like trying something new and being like, wow, this is kind of cool. And then also getting recognition for building muscle from working out, right? It was so cool. I was trying new exercises, and I made new friends. I made friends called Ping and Christoph, now very good friends of mine. And it's just generally an exciting, like vibrant, stimulating point of my life. Now, like after a couple years, this gym kind of excitement just became the new baseline, right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with the hedonic treadmill of life, but essentially once you achieve something, this becomes the new baseline. And then you achieve this something, and then this becomes a new baseline. I've learned to grow into my own like confidence. So like I talk to a lot of strangers now, as opposed to before I would not talk to any strangers. My conversation skills are actually improving a lot. And in the last video I did mention actually like recording myself in public and just like generally posting things, right? And my opinion, the weighting of other people's opinions is not as important, right? If I genuinely want to do something, then I do it, really. That brings us to today's topic, which is doing things you don't want to do or doing things that are outside of your comfort zone. I think it's very important to do things that are uncomfortable. You might end up actually liking it. I feel like the mind, it plays a lot of games on you. It's trying to keep you in a homeostasis in a sense. Just keep you like this, right? And saying everything else besides this is bad, right? Be scared of the unknown. And then that's just like a natural kind of mechanism that's in place, right? You don't know whether or not the pan is hot, right? So don't even try to touch the pan. Like, it could be hot. Like, this is a metaphor I like to give a lot. Some people have to touch the pan to know it's hot, right? Metaphorically speaking, of course. And sometimes, just sometimes, right? When you do things that you're not comfortable with, you might end up liking it, right? For me, gym was something uncomfortable at the time, right? Working out. But then I ended up trying it and I ended up liking it, and it became this new homeostasis. Like I incorporated gym into who I was, right? So you should try to do new things, because I think that's what's fulfilling in life. And this brings us on to today's topic, where I talk about the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, the AMCC, which is a part in the brain that is responsible for leaning into undesired effort. Me and Matthew talked about this, and essentially is the part of the brain that grows when you do things you don't want to do. I think Andrew Huberman said this. He said an autopsy report found that those who lived longer tended to have larger anterior mid-cingulate cortexes, AMCCs, right? And he came to the conclusion that essentially this part of the brain is representative of the will to live, right? The will to try new things. If you're not willing to try new things, essentially you don't have the will to live, right? You're just kind of just this existent being, just floating, letting things like kind of push you around. But if you go out there and you go try things, right? This is you attacking life rather than life attacking you. Life is not happening to you. You are happening to life. So yeah, anterior mid-cingulate cortex, that's the one.
How are you?
I'm very good. Oh, that was a crispy dap. Where should we go? You already know. I bet you get a lot of looks when you're recording too.
Not really.
I feel like no, actually, because
If you don't mind their own business, it's quite nice.
like they look at you for like a second,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Yeah, and then they realize you're doing your thing, so they start doing theirs.
Yeah. Wait, you stand outside.
Hello, my name is Aiden Chu, and we're at Mock Kitchen.
Oh yeah. All right, let's check what the menu is having to say.
Definitely between the beef pho and the slow-cooked beef brisket. Like, you just got to decide which one.
Yeah, beef or slow-cooked beef brisket. I'm leaning. Well, we're gonna ask who's that, but then let's get something in the middle as well, just so like
Down, dude. I don't know if it's
tender
both.
and rare beef.
I don't know if it's...
That can't be right.
No, I think it's tender and rare beef.
Or chicken.
Or chicken.
Okay, maybe we ask.
Or
maybe we
all,
ask.
or both. It's chicken and beef, but who knows?
Okay, well, let's ask. I was feeling a bit cooped up today, and I didn't want to go outside, so I was like, okay, let's edit some freaking videos. So because the AMCC grows only when you're doing things you don't want to do, right? I thought, damn, I like to go to the gym, right? So the AMCC is not being grown when I go to the gym. Even when I train hard, because I like training hard, right? Andrew Huberman gave this example. He's like, I train hard, I like training hard, but because I like it, it's not going to be something that like stimulates growth in that area. Some people, right, who don't like going to the gym and who don't like training hard, the AMCC will grow by doing these same activities, right? So to grow this area, you have to do things you actually don't like, okay? Not things you delude yourself into not liking, you know? You know, the gym community talks a lot about, discipline and like, I'm so disciplined that, you know, I go to the gym every day, right? But to be honest, most people are not relying on discipline when it comes to the gym, right? Those people who come to the gym almost every day, right? Those people like the gym. Like, let's be honest, right? They talk all about, you know, they try to act all tough, you know, by being like, oh, okay, yeah, so much discipline, you know, who needs motivation, right? But like, if you like going there, it does not take an ounce of willpower to not go. So I ended up getting a little bit like stressed, saying like, you know, most of the time I'm not doing things that are like genuinely undesirable, right? I like a lot of the stuff I'm doing. I like gym. Work is okay, right? And you know, YouTube, it's pretty nice as well. Like I like making videos and stuff, right?
You know when you watch TV?
Yeah.
And like, if your parents tell you to go, you'd like kind of bargain with them and be like, can we just wait till the next commercial break, right?
Okay.
Fair enough. But I was like, what if I want to start doing something? I have to be able to pull myself away from this dopamine. I didn't realize it's dopamine machine yet. But I need to be able to pull myself away from this. So I just started doing it, just to practice.
Doing what? Like
just stopping. If it's something interesting, and stop.
oh, like seeing if you have conscious like
Exactly.
ability to be like.
But the goal of that isn't to just be able to, isn't just to stop whenever. It's to be able to stop whenever. So I think your anterior mid-cingulate cortex only has to be strong enough such that you can do things you don't want to do if you don't, like if you need
when
to
the time
do them.
comes.
When you need to do them, you don't want to. Otherwise, you want to optimize as much as you can for the things you like doing. You can effortlessly do for like for hours on end.
Okay, so optimize. I guess in the long run, you don't want to. It's like following a diet or something, right? You want to make it as easy as possible to follow the diet, right? You don't want any friction or any barriers.
I'll do Gus tries it. He wants to.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Thank you. Oh shit. Oh. Don't you feel cleansed, dude? Don't you feel a little...
Ooh, Okay, that's like, I never tasted something like that.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Like when the time comes, you should be able to.
Yeah.
I find myself not being able to sometimes. Like I'm like, I say this in my head. Like I want to stop scrolling Instagram, but I keep doing it.
It's so painful.
I have those are the worst days.
Yeah, you never let yourself get there.
Do you ever have those days or no?
If I tell myself I'm not going to, otherwise I don't tell myself, you know?
Okay,
I never let myself lie to myself.
because I have those days where like it just my whole day is ruined, and I start biting my nails, and then I'm like scrolling. I'm like, fuck, I want to stop.
Yeah. Because if you're trying to optimize for performance, right?
Yeah.
You just want to be doing the most.
You want to be cutting out as many variables that add friction.
Yeah, you want to be doing the most things, and
Cheers.
what will let you do the most things? Enjoying it. Cheers. That was really stupid of me. It was a closed side, and I bit from the closed side. No, it came out on the open side.
That's fine. I would rate that a good 7.
So after discussing this kind of AMCC conversation, we ended up having a great meal. I would rate this place a good 9 out of 10. 8 to 9 out of 10, actually. A weak 9, strong 8. And I think that Matthew said this well, actually. A good indicator for how good the restaurant is as well is whether or not the staff speak English. And most of the staff did not speak English, so you know for a fact the food is about to be bomb. Like I know for a fact in Chinese restaurants in London, if the staff cannot speak English, you know you're about to have fire food. Because the staff most likely specifically emigrated into the UK just to cook and work as that's their job, right? So you know they're about to throw down in the kitchen.
This is what I needed, man. This is exactly what I wanted in a roll.
That's fire. What would you rate that?
7 out of 10.
That's fire. I would rate that a good 7 as well. It's good. It's light, and I feel like that's what you need when you got a freaking micronutrient city bowl of pho coming. You know what I'm saying?
That's what people do in collabs. They just like
record each other
together, man. Yeah. Let's workshop, dude. Let's workshop.
This workshop. Yeah, a good indicator for how good the pho you're about to eat is the broth.
It's true.
Ooh.
Oh,
It's okay. Thanks. Actually, do you have sriracha? Yeah. Can we get some sriracha? Yes, please.
I'm dipping.
She knows we're recording.
Yeah.
She gave the.
You know, I actually went to a place, and when I used to have my food page,
Yeah.
they actually gave me free food. Because like Victor joked about me being like a huge influencer, and like being on the page and stuff.
So I was reading online how different parts of Vietnam do pho differently. Of course.
Yeah.
I think the northern part of Vietnam does a sweeter type of broth,
Okay.
and then the southern is more salty, is what more people are accustomed to.
Yeah.
I quite like the salty one. I think this is like somewhere in the middle. Dude, you know what a pressure cooker is?
Yeah, I do know what a pressure cooker is.
I was reading up on the science behind pressure cooking, and I was like, holy shit, that is sick.
Okay, I realized watching this video back, my explanation on how a pressure cooker works is not very good. And today is just not the day for me. Like, I slept really bad, so I'm gonna ask ChatGPT what it means. Or rather, how a pressure cooker works. Pressure cooker works by trapping steam inside a sealed pot, which increases the pressure inside. This increase in pressure raises the boiling point of water, allowing the food to cook at a higher temperature and more quickly than it would at a normal boiling point of water at 100 degrees Celsius or 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Cooking at a higher temperature means that foods like stew can be cooked much faster than in a regular pot. For example, when making a stew in a pressure cooker, you would add ingredients, meat, vegetables, liquid, and seasonings into a pot and seal it. As the liquid heats up, it creates steam, but because the steam cannot escape, it builds pressure. This pressure allows the temperature to rise above the normal boiling point of water, which cooks the stew more quickly and makes the meat tender in less time than traditional cooking methods. Typically, a stew that might take hours to become tender on the stove or in the oven can be ready in under an hour with a pressure cooker. Dude, pressure cookers are freaking sick. I bought this like Instant Pot Duo Crisp. I think that's what it's called. It's a 7-in-1 pressure cooker. It acts as a pressure cooker, a steamer. You can saute things on it. You can broil, dehydrate, air fry. It has an air frying lid as well. Basically, it's a whole kitchen in one little device.
do your research before you buy it, but it's a very versatile thing. And I'd say if you live in a small apartment like I do, it's something worth investing in if you do want to cook nice meals still. I guess, you know, the main point of this video is to highlight the fact that, like, you need to go outside and live your life. You know, you need to go outside and be like, hey, maybe this new thing that I want to do that seems pretty scary is something that I should do. I think people conflate excitement with nervousness. They get it confused, right? They're thinking, oh, I'm so nervous, but actually it's your body's natural mechanism to pump more blood to your brain. You need to think about what's going on. You need to be on high alert, right, for this new thing you're about to try. So next time your heart starts racing, just think, this is not nervousness. This is excitement of trying a new thing. So go out there and try some new things and tell me how it goes. Speaking of trying new things, I'm gonna play Agrarian Dance, or rather, The Lamp is Low by Nujabes. Well, I'm gonna try at least, because I only spent like 2 hours learning this, and I have not played guitar since I was like 7 years old. I was grade 4 though, or grade 3. I don't know the grades. Yeah, that took me like 2 hours to learn. So, hope you guys liked it, and we'll keep hustling at this guitar. And then maybe I'll play a little clip of what this song is actually supposed to sound like. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Peace! I don't know if y'all know this, but the map Piccadilly is the inspiration for this place. I don't know how they did that, but beyond me, I guess.